Hey guys, a little late to the Zero Dawn party here, but in 2017 I was playing Breath of the Wild, so I'm sure in 3 years I'll be saying, yeah, I meant to play that, but I was too busy playing, Zero Dawn. But I've been playing this game since the E3 announcement for the sequel, pretty much about 4 or 5 hours a day, and I was in something called the Blazing Arch. Is that what it's called? The Blazing Arch. Okay, it's a little settlement, not much here. But there is a little dock, and if you run down here, you will find a little glyph here. And when you scan it and go to your notebook, let's see, where would they be at? Let's see, the glyphs. Glyphs, here we go. The last one, the Forbidden West. Here it is. Check this out, guys. The Forbidden West. Expeditions into the Forbidden West. Reader, if you would know of the Forbidden West, there are none more qualified to be your teller than I, the considerate Udane, healer of the Blazing Arch. Why? For I yet live, unlike the Outlanders, who grasp or shriek the tales that follow. Foolhardy blazons and madcaps all, they were brought to me near death, poisoned, mortally wounded, or driven witless by what they had experienced in the lands beyond the Daunt. With such wounds, it was all I could do to ease their pain and try to make notes from their ranting. As the sun shines upon me, I cannot vouch for the full truth of these tales. I only hope that they will satisfy your curiosity and turn you from the path that led these imprudent explorers and daredevil trekkers to their deaths. Though each account differs, it is certain that the western lands are most unlike our own. Some cross deserts of palest white, others deserts the color of fire, or even limitless sweeps of blue sand that seem to reflect the sky above, broken only by the remains of ancient machines. Others spoke of vast prairies of tall grass, each blade sharp enough to draw blood, dotted with shivering black flowers, or incalculable plains of dried mud, cracked like the great mosaic. At night, unknown animals watch with glowing eyes, and strange birds, all the colors of kites and fireworks, chitter and call out in men's voices. Most extraordinary of all are these reports of a lake 100 times the size of Daybrink. So wide the far shores cannot be made out, and so deep that an entire city of the ancients stands drowned within. The water is sour to taste and sickening, and it is said to rise up and push back against those who would attempt to cross. It would seem that dead cities without number have been consumed by the shifting dunes in the west, their skeletal towers mired in the seas of sand. The wind is heard to sing a low, mournful song through these ruins, or through the skeletons of vast metal birds now fallen, or over great metal bowls now filled with depths of black water, where fish dart like shooting stars. That song of ruin, rising from a hum to a howl, still haunted these men and women as they thrashed and sweated in unquiet sleep. But though the western lands are harsh, and even their beauty hides dangers, it is not the land alone that swallows up all who venture within, that inflicts these brands and wounds suffered by these few fortunate enough to return. Oh yes, all have spoken of the new machines in the West, machines more strange and terrible than any found in Sundom. With their fingernails, dying witnesses have scratched out impossible shapes, or if they still possess several limbs and vocal cords, mimicked jerking movements and imitated awful sounds, all belonging in the throes of madness. And what manner of men can live where the sun goes at night? These tales were the most chilling. One spoke of drinkers of machine blood, their lips and tongues stained, their teeth replaced with metal. Another described youths as pale as ash, all wearing the same faces, who hunt silently and tirelessly in the night. Still another told of a tribe, seen only from afar, whose folk busied themselves digging deep pits in the sand, only to fill them in again for unknowable reasons. While another tribe was only glimpsed on the waters of the great lake, riding their thin dark boats. O son, a half of me regrets scribing these stories, for they inspire questions that can only be answered by yet more doomed expeditions, and yet I must tell the tales. For what else remains of these poor and wretched men and women? If they sought riches, they found none to bring back, nothing save a handful of black silt, or a curiously stamped piece of metal, a chunk of desert glass with shifting hue, or an odd smooth shell. I have kept all these things to remind me of those who went in search of the forbidden and paid for it dearly. Reader, if you think yourself an adventurer, heed the warning in this old man's collection of strange small things and go not into the Forbidden West. I find it very interesting that this is the last glyph in the list. I find it very interesting. Like, they knew this was where they were going to go in the sequel. So, yeah, if you want to check this out, that's where you get it. Scan everything. If you watch the trailer and you've just heard me read this, you recognize some of the things that were said in this concerning the sea, the blue sand that reflects the sky. That's the ocean, okay? The guys with the metal teeth, I think that's going to be our main bad guys. There's little bitty hints in this about what's coming, and I can't wait. Gorilla said that it won't come out till next year in 2021, but I'll wait for a good game. I'm too busy playing this one. I'll talk to you later, guys. Later.